Be rich in good deeds. Be generous and willing to share. This was Paul's challenge to Timothy and the whole church, and his challenge to us in response to God's amazing generosity, amazing love, and amazing sacrifice on our behalf. Just over a month ago, we asked you to give, serve, and love, to be generous, to actually start an extravaganza of generosity in response to what God has done for us. And we quite simply asked you to give $39.95. And our promise to you is that we would give 100% of what you gave to the church. We give 100% of it away for our Be Rich season. We would do that in support of some of our local partners to help care for people right here in our community. And you have tremendously amazed us. You went above and beyond. And we're here today to celebrate what you have done and ultimately what God has done during this season. So let me give you the grand total, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what we did with those funds that you donated to Be Rich this year. So the grand total is $13,681.17. That's amazing. You blew our minds. We were not ready for that kind of generosity. But I tell you who was ready for that kind of generosity, our partners. Our partners at Sav-a-Life and Klein community let us know of some significant needs that they had, and we were able to respond in ways that went above and beyond what we thought we would be able to provide because of your generosity. The first thing we were able to do with these funds is provide a baby shower for our friends at Sav-a-Life. And all of that was led by our moms group that we call Breathe. What we did was we partnered with Sav-a-Life to throw a celebration event for families who had gone through a full course load of work that prepared them not just for birth, but for parenthood and set them up for success as new parents as they've gone through this process together. So our moms group here provided for 6 new moms some gifts and food, and we're able to pray with them and pour out love upon them by serving them with this baby shower in response to God's service and love to us. It was a beautiful picture of how we can be loving to our neighbors and celebrate them as they take the next step in their journey of faith and their journey of life. In addition to that, we were able to support our friends at Klein with their continued amazing efforts in our community for food rescue and distribution. Particularly, we were able to help support them with some needed funds to cover the cost of a box truck that enables them to do all the amazing things that they do right here in our community and even beyond. Instead of me telling you about it, I'd love for you to hear directly from some of our friends at Klein, who will explain a little bit more about what their ministry is and how what you've given will impact what they do.
So Grace Klein Community is emulating the early church from the book of Acts, that if we all share what we have, that we all have what we need. So it really goes well with your Be Rich principle, because we're all rich in different ways, and we are compelled by God to share and to help each other. And we know from God's word that my plenty will meet your need, so that in turn your plenty will meet my need. Now, through the pandemic, we've been able to create drive-thrus that are safe based on CDC protocol, and we're able to provide food to thousands of families. In addition, our volunteers are continuing to deliver food around Birmingham to those that are in high risk, our seniors and our families, maybe a single mom or a family that doesn't have transportation. So we're still being able to meet those goals during the pandemic and expand our reach to continue to serve Birmingham. Just last week, we were able to serve 12,500 people with food support. So imagine how many boxes that is. It's been really exciting. Some of our clients are repeat clients, but we have served over 325,000 people since the beginning of COVID. And that's just incredible. And that's because of people like you that are sharing.
So what we do is volunteers come. We're here from 11 to 4 each day. We actually open our drive-through from 1 to 4 to distribute the boxes. But volunteers come in, they help us sort our produce, they help us put the food in the boxes, distribute it out equally so that everybody goes home with a little something. And then we bring them outside into the area you've seen behind us, put them on our table, and as people drive in, we have a volunteer to collect their name, address, phone number, volunteers to load the items in their car, and the best part is we have volunteers that come in and want to pray for them. I love the people I come in contact with at the drive-thru. I've gotten to know a lot of them personally. I know their life stories. I know what their struggles with, what we're praying for. I love seeing people get the food and be excited. The flowers you see behind us, that's a blessing. It's nothing like handing somebody a bouquet of flowers and making their day. And then to pray with them. It's fabulous to get to pray and spend a little time with them and God. It's just wonderful. God is working in their lives. The food brings them here. They come to get the food, but they are touched by the prayer. They're touched by the volunteers and what we share with them.
So when you receive food from Grace Klein, there's no requirement, there's no check. We're able to give to anyone. And so we're so thankful for that. That's because of donors like Redstone who've been able to come join us and equip us to be able to serve Birmingham. You know, Grace Klein means little gift from God. And the point is, when you start to receive all these little gifts from God through the community of people called Grace Klein Community, then you start to realize, wait, what is this? And why do you keep giving this? And where is it coming from? And then we're able to share the big gift, which is Jesus. And not only will he meet your needs, but he wants an intimate relationship with you. He wants to know you. He wants to walk life with you. He wants to help you through your depression or your anxiety or the fact that you don't have money to pay your power bill. He's that big. And that is why we exist, is to give this example through a box of food. And so when somebody asks, that we can share the hope that we have.
Thank you so much for all the amazing ways that you responded to give, serve, and love during this Be Rich season. But let's not let it end there. Let's continue together to be a part of God's movement right here in our community and beyond.